Hi guys, it's me again, Aswad, back for another review. Sorry that I have not been uploading uh, these few weeks because we had a big celebration here. That's why I just want to inform you. Celebration called Aidilfitri, which is a big celebration for festive season here in Malaysia. So anyway, let's go straight to the review of Transformers: The Last Night. Um, the movie is the first impression that I get from this movie is a long movie. So it is a long movie. It's about 2 hours something. So when I was watching it, um, I did fell asleep, a doze off a bit in the middle of the movie because that's how long it was, and that in the middle part it was so movie was so slow and so boring. Anyway, so okay. So the synopsis first. What is it about? It's about the fifth movie of the Transformers franchise, directed by Michael Bay. It's about the future of the Earth, planet Earth, where a lot of people, the government hate Transformers now, and some Transformers are put in prison. I don't know how they keep those people in prison, but they never tell. Yeah, they are considered outlaws on Earth, and Transformers, the leader of the the Autobots, Optimus Prime, has been gone, and the movie starts with that and shows that Optimus Prime has been sucked by the old planet Cybertron, and then met this called Enchantress, or some robot creator, and she apparently created the Autobots and Decepticons. So, and her mission is to rebuild Cybertron. But in order to rebuild Cybertron, they have to destroy Earth. That's how they call it. And then the movie, at the same time, the movie also jumped into um, King Arthur's legend, where apparently Transformers has been helping Merlin, and the King Arthur knights are made of Transformers. Even they are knights, and just to tell the story that the Transformers have been on Earth, has been doing things since the old days ago. And then there's even a subplot where the Transformers fought in World War II, and there was even a Transformer that killed Hitler. The Transformers also helped Mandela, also helped Harriet Tubman, also helped a lot of the great historical people were also involved with the Transformers. And so this movie rewrite the whole history of Transformers that we know of, and they have this group called the Order of Witwickians, and these Witwickians they included Harriet Tubman. All those historical figures are part of this unique group, and just Witwickian is also the name of the character of Shia LaBeouf in the first movie. However, this movie really changed a lot of historical things about the Transformers and stuff like that. So that's a long plot, and a lot of subplots also. But what this movie really about is, how do you make you feel? Is it fun movie to watch or what not? Okay, I have two phases of this review. When I was watching it, I was enjoying what it was. It was entertaining while I was watching it, So I went back and I had a night's sleep, and then rethink about this movie after a while, and then realized that the movie wasn't really good because it has a lot. I mean, it's just so convoluted. It has so many broken plots, and then you have a lot of things that you don't care about. That's the thing that I carry out with me when I left. After a few days, and I was thinking about it, there is something that nags at my heart, which is the movie really doesn't have any interesting characters. When you don't have any interesting characters, you don't feel attached to it. You don't have anybody who you can support, you can say, oh, this is a great character to follow, you know. And this movie doesn't have that. Yeah. And even worse is like you have really made me miss the first movie. The first movie had the Shia LaBeouf, and at first I always hated Shia LaBeouf, but after I watched this movie, I realized that at least Shia LaBeouf is an interesting character. She is a character nevertheless, and there is no such equivalent character in this movie. And then there is a lot of misleading things about the trailers. The trailers showcase that this good little girl, and then there's a group of boys, and which I thought would be part of this bigger story, but the boys are only there for cameos. They are not even part of the movie, and then they only just enter and get out. And then the little girl was also not stressed enough. There's no substance to her storyline, and it was such a disappointment when you think about it again after I watched it, and I was thinking like, wow. But while I was looking at the movie, I was in the cinema, I was being bombarded by these visuals and everything. I kind of like enjoyed it because, you know, wow, it has nice visual, which is everybody who's seen Michael Bay films, he can do a lot of good visuals, and cinematography is very nice. But like I said earlier, I slept in the middle of the movie because it starts with big action, and then it slows down to a very talky part of the movie, the boring part, and I wanted to just go sleep, seriously. And it perks back up for the final part of the big action pack scenes. But like I said, there's no substance to the story, even though they talk a lot about this story, this part, but it's like you kind of get out of the movie after a while. You think about, there is actually no story here. There is like a substantial storyline, you know, nothing really matters. You know, it's unfortunate that it comes to that point when after a few days I was thinking like, there's nothing interesting about the movie for me to latch on to. Unfortunately, yeah, it's such a empty movie with good visuals and special effects. And that is the review for Transformers The Last Night. I wish it was better. While I was watching it, it felt good, but in the end, after a few days, you're just thinking like, what, you know, there's nothing to talk about the plot, in terms of characters. There's nothing interesting to talk about. So that's it. That's my review for Transformers The Last Night. Thank you guys for watching. Peace. Bye.